So, on the screen, you can see very, very clearly what is happening. Now, we're going down. It's a big thing, it's an important thing, and it's a scary thing for a lot of people. We're doing a continuation to the downside. It's pretty clear, it's pretty obvious, and it's pretty disgusting. You need to be very, very careful with what is happening overall with this price action in terms of what it could mean for cryptocurrency. Now, if we do go as low as 12,000 points, cool. If we go 10,800 points, cool. But realistically, we've got to look at the facts here. This is still on a rampant run. It has been. And we are finally, for the first time in a very long time, doing a physical correction where we have actually formed an obvious rejection. And we are appearing to be coming down. But again, what does that mean for crypto? Well, I think you need to be prepared properly for this move. Looking at BTC, right? This is a current state of play. Even though I've been talking on my Patreon about, potential upside moves in the years, we had a hard rejection yesterday for obvious reasons. That stock market was coming down, and we will go on in detail about what is happening. We need to be careful, very, very careful, and I will explain why. This has just came out literally very, very recently. Fed will hike rates by a 75 points basis in June and July. We're currently at 25 points. Okay. We're going to go up significantly. It's going to be quite aggressive by the looks of things. All of these are interesting. There's a lot of talks. There's a lot of stuff happening in the FOMC. If they get this wrong, we're going to go into a recession. Simple as that. If they get it wrong. If they don't get it wrong, it will curb inflation a little bit. We may be more settled. But when we look overall, is the crypto market overvalued? Is the stock market overvalued? We don't know. It's speculation. But what I will say is this, right? Regardless of who you subscribe to, regardless of who you follow, you need to look at this. The stuff like this, the fundamentals of finance. Cryptocurrency, the bigger it gets, the more volatile it's going to become with moves from this market. It's not going to be chalk and cheese, not going to be separate, right? Just get that freaking clear. If we start having some big hikes, we're going to see some volatility in that market. If that market then falls quite significantly over a period of time, we're going to get some problems. And even if we're looking right now at the futures market, at the time of recording, this morning I did a video on learning crypto. It was like nothing was happening. That was about 8-9 o'clock this morning. Now, 11:30 UK time, you'll get this video a lot later. We will see what is going to happen over the course of time. Yesterday and the day before yesterday, we've seen some pretty significant losses on some tech stocks. The Nasdaq had an awful day yesterday. 2% drop is quite significant, but over the course of the week, it's been significant. Even over the course of the month, if we're going to highlight the Nasdaq here on the Seeking Alpha, we've gone from over 14,500 points into nearly into sub 13,000. That's a lot. That's a lot in the course of a month. So maybe the bullish narrative. Yes, I know. So yesterday I was looking at some longs, right? I went on a cheeky little long on Solana. I pulled out because the market started puking on me. This just absolutely collapsed on me. I was thinking, oh, I'm getting a decent little retracement level. It's a couple of percent down. Yes, happy days. And it just went, fuck did the floor go? Scary, right? So, let's talk about Bitcoin. Are you ready for this? I mentioned this recently. I mentioned this on Learning Crypto. I mentioned it on my Patreon as well. I'm going to put it publicly now. Don't be all in, don't be all out. Rule number one, right? Let's talk about where we are in the current state of play. All-time high. We are 70% away as a move, but $28,500 away from that. Everyone's talking about 12k, 12k, 12k. The thumbnail of this video, 12k. Get me? Yes, I know. This is the thing. Probability works both ways. Stop talking in certainties. Things will change no matter how you want it to, like to, or whatever influence you feel you may or may not have. Now, let's talk about this. Current prices. Where's 12k, boys and girls? 12k is down here. We are No man's land. 50% right now, right? People are telling you it's going to go to all-time high. People are dismissing we're going to go to 12k. It could happen. Like it or not, speculation, like it or not, certainties, like it or not, it could happen. Stop talking in certainties, think realistic. If the stock market drops significantly over a period of time, remember that monthly time frame on the Nasdaq looks awful, S&P the same, you're going to see probably this come down with it, right? Now, that is not me being bearish, that's me being objective and realistic and seeing the facts as I see them as data. The last two bear markets, we have had huge corrections in crypto without a stock market correction. I'm not saying there is going to be a stock market correction, but if there is, bet your bottom dollar, we're going to see probably the similar sort of outcome as we have seen in the past. Cryptocurrency has not survived or been in any recession yet. I'm not saying it's not going to survive, by the way. I'm just saying we've never tested it yet. We need to have a test. What would I do? First, learn. Secondly, stop aping into things. And three, have some money on the sidelines, have some money in the market. Because if we do shoot, you win. If we go down, you can buy. Right? Relatively straightforward, isn't it? I know. So we're going to be somewhat careful. When we're looking at the traditional markets, we've also got to consider the strength of this dollar chart. This is ridiculous, by the way. Weekly looks mental. Monthly looks like a gigapump. If this was your altcoin, you'd be absolutely shilling this to the moon, right? But no one wants to because it's a dollar chart. Dollar strength is always going to go up if the Nasdaq looks a bit ropey or the S&P looks ropey. Also, if employment data is up because more dollars are utilized. Also, you got inflation, interest rate hikes. It's all fundamental. Just fuck the technicals. Fundamentals, right? Forget about it. Literally, the SPX, the S&P 500. What has happened here, boys and girls? Well, I can tell you this for free. Bit of data for you. It's not looking great, right? Looking at the 5-day or the weekly time frame, sorry. We have had, again, we're looking at certain situations, an impulse down, we've pulled back up, rejection, we're on our way back down. This is a horrible candle. The S&P is a top 509, I believe, stocks at the moment. That could obviously change and rebalance, but there's a lot of tech stocks in here, remember now. Apple, for example, Microsoft, for example. There's more, there's quite a lot of them. We've got to be careful. So, what would I do? As I've said, you need to be careful, right? Don't just ape in because you think that your coin's are cheap. Yes, some altcoins will bang, but not all of them, right? So what do you do when you got profit? Well, profit is key. You need to make it work for you. I recommend checking out BlockFi, and I know if you're in the UK, you cannot get involved in this because of the silly little laws that kind of are around. Sorry, Americans, it's just the way it is. I know a lot of my American viewers are gutted, but hey, tis how it is. But if you're thinking long term and you have some profit and you are utilizing the mechanism to get some interest, now I'm not saying a recession is going to take 2 years, but it could take 2 years or more. Could. If you're going to sit on your hands for 2 years and just sit on stable currencies and you start to notice certain things in the market and you've got some money there for free, guess what you can do? You can set your payout into the cryptocurrency. So let's just say Bitcoin goes down low or Ethereum goes down low. You can get paid in that if you so wish to. Check out the link below. It's pretty awesome. I do use it an awful lot. Now, final piece of information. We need to keep an eye on the dominance of the stable currencies. Now, if you do not understand this, I'm going to make it easier for you. Invert the chart. Why? If this goes up with a market like that, inversion would indicate it's good for the market because the dominance of the stable currencies is lower, right? Less stable currencies, more in crypto, equals gigapumps, right? Yes, I know. Now, I've inverted that because people often get confused. Going down is obviously bad because the amount of stable currencies is increases, and not via print, but actually money going out of altcoins, Bitcoin, etc., into stable currencies because people are sitting on their hands because they're panicking. But when we look at this, it doesn't look great, and I've tweeted about this before. Follow me on Twitter if you want to. It's a bit of chartception, really, because it could go either way. Really could. It could be like, oh, impulse, bang, upwards. Oh God, oh no, oh hell no. this looks awful. Why? Because we've had a bit of this. You know, when we look... Oh, sorry. Start that again. Come on. Apparently I teach this stuff. There we go. Boom. So we've hit that level. We could actually be going lower, potentially, right? Overall. But as I say, we could also be like impulse, pull back, way, boom. It's all make or break right now, but that stock market looks awful. Anyways, have a fandazzy-dozy weekend. If you like my stuff, leave it a like, and I'll see you again tomorrow.